It's Madden NFL 23.
And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Texans and the Raiders, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. And right away, he lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That play, it looked like trouble from the very beginning, and it wound up being even bigger trouble than they anticipated.
Yeah, and instead of cutting his losses on the play, I think what happens here is receivers get so excited about this play call with a chance to run with it that they try and really make it work no matter what. He just needed to cover up on that one, but he didn't, and they lost possession.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. That's complete to Pierce. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play. But now, it's all for naught.
Stroud keeps it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's throwing to start the drive. O'Connell looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot for first down, but he couldn't bring it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. O'Connell. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Ready.
And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Texans at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Stroud to throw it. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. The throwing again is Stroud. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Avoids him at the 40. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, O'Connell. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Renfrow bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. O'Connell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. loss of 7 to bring up 4. The kick by Carlson is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. After 1, 7-3 the score. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This time it's incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here goes Stroud again. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Completes this one to Pickens. And they'll work this down inside the 30. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Stroud. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Denzel Perryman with a sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. On third down, O'Connell lets this go for Renfro downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Texans will take over. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough, a rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots, if I remember correctly. Well, they've won a few in the years following. Stroud now on second down. Pickens on the slant. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stroud out of the gun here. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On first down, here's Stroud. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Stroud will look to throw once more. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. On first down, O'Connell. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Now, with a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line. Welsh, marker. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts a defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And the Raiders have got him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud.
And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Houston.
Come on, set.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Again, it's Stroud. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
In the final seconds.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. From the 10.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating in peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
1st and 10, it's Pierce to about the 35, 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Finds Pickens outright. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Open man right side is St. Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. He finds Pickens over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. O'Connell crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
14 more yards. It's another
throwing on first down. O'Connell looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. O'Connell. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the
line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Finds his man, it's John Mechie.
And out across midfield, down to the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
A gain of 22.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Here goes Stroud again. This will be complete to Mechie.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 1st down, here's Stroud.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
Right side, complete to Mechie.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by DeMonte Kazin.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
The drive starts with a completion, left side.
Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. O'Connell.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw again.
Same target. It's Jacobs again.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th.
That's good for a Las Vegas. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
1st and goal at the 30-yard line.
Here's Jacobs.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go, set.
4th down. Here's Stroud.
Man open, and St. Brown, he's got it.
He's got the first down and more than that.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Stroud. He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 7-yard.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, this second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, O'Connell.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. play action. O'Connell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Convert, and they turn it over. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now out comes Houston.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. This ball caught by Mechie.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Drop. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. And it's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, O'Connell. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking...
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Pitch came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need the necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.